Okay, so this is the score at halftime. The Texans looks like they're laying it on the Baltimore Ravens here, 24 to 3, right? Third in the AFC North, Baltimore. 3 points at halftime. They got 3 losses on the season so far. Lamar Jackson's trending now out of this game. Maybe that's why they're getting smoked. Okay. Cooper Rush is playing. Cooper Rush is the quarterback. Even Arthur Jones here, this is the Super Bowl champion. Won a Super Bowl as a member of the Ravens. He died on the 3rd. He's born on the 3rd. And he played for a total of 3 teams in his NFL career. So there's 3 more threes right there. And this is on the fly. And I still have the slides. So you got 6 threes right there. And Arthur Jones' birthday is 6-3. I mean, come on. You see that? And that's on the fly. So let's look at, I'm going to show you how this Lamar Jackson, look at that. I'm going to show you how this Lamar Jackson injury, hamstring, is connected to this death. Look at, it's eerie, right? Because he looks, the head down, obviously like an injury, but you have the death of this other guy who is connected to the Baltimore Ravens. Now, I don't even know, just on the fly, Arthur Jones, when was he with the Ravens? 2010 to 2013. When did Lamar Jackson join the Ravens?
Lamar Jackson was drafted on 2018 and 2015.
Okay, so this was before Lamar Jackson's time. Okay. Joined the Ravens in 2000. I thought it's been longer than that. Jeez. But 2018. But you got this Ravens connection still, okay? You got this Ravens connection, and I'm going to show you. You saw that right there. Look at that with the hamstring injury. Look at what are the chances of that? 206 and 80, just like Lamar Jackson.
It's been a pretty rough year for the Ravens so far, and it's going to get rougher because Lamar Jackson is officially ruled out of the Week 5 matchup, Baltimore Ravens versus Houston Texans. Here's the good news. The good news is the division is still within reach if they win this game. The good news is they're playing the Houston Texans, who are woefully inconsistent on offense. I don't know what happened to CJ Stroud, but he's been all over the place the last few games. And the good news is they can win a game with Cooper Rush. The thing is, can they win this game with their backup QB? Niners have done it. A few other teams have done it, like the Commanders. Can the Ravens do it? Just win one game. Stay in the AFC North race. We shall see.
Maybe in a real league, okay? This stuff is fake because Lamar Jackson and the Ravens should probably win the Super Bowl every year. There's like low-key racism going on, but they'll talk about racism in other forms within the media. Man, Lamar Jackson will not be as successful as he would, like I said, in a real league, okay? So you get all of these, everything to hold him back. a part of the storyline. There's no doubt in my mind that in a real league he would be like the best quarterback. You know what I'm saying? That's just my opinion. And I put that right there. Maybe like some kind of sacrifice for the Ravens or something with all of these deaths. This goes with the last video that I did, which was the actual Arthur Jones death decode. I probably should have put them together somehow. Right when I saw Lamar Jackson's trending with the injury, I'm like, okay, that's a negative story. Not quite like a death. But we have come to expect this with the Baltimore Ravens, with several players dying just in the last, at least, 3 years? I mean, give or take, right? And we got another one with Arthur Jones. And again, look at that look on Lamar Jackson's face right there. There's Arthur. You know, something has to give. They want you to know Super Bowl champion. Super Bowl 47 with the Baltimore Ravens. So they're almost like telling you, hey, dude died. You know, the original article, it's like, oh, we're not saying how he died. I think it said something about heart issues later on in another article. But they're telling you, like, hey, that's a Super Bowl champion right there. You know, he's died. Almost like justifying it. And I'm telling you, this is the thing about the world we live in. It's going to be balanced, right? And it's highlighted on the world stage. You know, Kanye West and his mom, Michael Jordan and his dad. Now we're just waiting on what's going to happen with LeBron, as something has to give, right? So it's really highlighted on the world stage, but they want us to know that that's a Super Bowl champion right there. And now he's dead. Even Lamar equals 36, and Arthur Jones' birthday is the third day of the 6th month. And remember, we had 6 threes earlier that we hit on just kind of on the fly. Notice that 97 on the Ravens jersey, Arthur Jones, defensive lineman here, dead at 39. Look at that 97. Because it's a 97-day span from that death to Lamar Jackson's birthday is a 97-day span. Even Texans equal 79 like Ravens, which is that reverse. During the Arthur Jones breakdown, I showed you that connected to O.J. Simpson as well. You know, talk about race stories, right? You know, because O.J. Simpson's birthday is the 9th day of the 7th month. So look at the connections here. And the negative stories and the history that follows O.J. Simpson now. They do this. I'm telling you, they distract us with fake racism stories, and then they have low-key racism going on. Okay? Because like I mentioned, the Ravens and Lamar should probably win the damn Super Bowl every year. Give me a break with the characters they give us who win. You know what I'm saying? It's like, really? Okay? So look at those other connections there. And remember, death equals 97 as well. Death has 20. That game going on right now against the Texans. You see the 20. And you see that 83 with Texans and Ravens there. Now this is the game going on following this death. This guy wasn't a member of the Ravens more recently. They were just noting it because he won a Super Bowl with them. He played for the Colts and Washington as well, I think, which was more recent. But I think it's been, wow, it might have been 2017 his last season. Let's see. And that connects Let's see. Arthur Jones' last football season, what year? Ooh, that hits with the upcoming slides. 2017 with Washington. Now look at this as we go forward. We already landed heavy on the fly. Don't forget murder and morgue equal 83. Death, murder, killing, RIP. Got the 38. Look at that. How does that happen? Just like magic? Dude's last season was 2017. That's Lamar Jackson's birthday, 1/7/17. Kill equals 17. Sacrifice 170. Like 17. Arthur Willis Jones III equals 107 like 17. And I looked up what it said. I might have to find the match now. Arthur, because we had another 107 with what they said was his death in another article. Let's see. Let's see if I can find it. Jones the third. So look over here. Let's see if it matches, because I looked on another article and I think we got the 107 down here. Let's see if it pops up. Heart related issue. Look at that. And there's that Mark Sanchez connection too. Ooh, that's interesting because I got that breakdown coming up too. Look at that. I looked up on another article and it said he had a heart related issue. So look, 107 like 17. You see that right there? And now we learn that his last season was in 17. Again, this goes hand in hand with my last video if you didn't watch it. Edgar Allan Poe, his death date, and the anniversary of that death date. Look at it, October 7, 107, right around the corner. Edgar Allan Poe with the poem The Raven, which is about death, and Edgar Allan Poe's connection to Baltimore, as they are the Baltimore Ravens now. Death, misery, sorrow. Think about that. And you got to watch my last video because it's connects to this with the Arthur Jones death. Again, I should have just maybe made them into one video, but it's not a coincidence. And you see right there, Baltimore, the home of Edgar Allan Poe, a place where he found refuge, and his wife, and the city where his literacy career began. And you see Edgar Allan Poe's The Raven is fundamentally about death. That's why when you look up Baltimore Ravens and death, you get all of these images of players for the Ravens and former Ravens players that have died, okay? It's everything's with the language. It's like they tell you, watch what you say, you speak things into existence. It's an algorithm, I'm telling you. If you were to not watch decodes anymore and just, this would be very hard to do. If you were to just change your whole algorithm, I'm not saying we're just going to go out. Us as decoders, we cover everything. So it's kind of hard to put us in an algorithm, right? But if you were to just click on YouTube, positive stories, how to be successful, blah, 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 blah. I'm telling you, the stuff's like magic, right? That's my belief, okay? The stuff's like magic. It's like an energy. Again, that's my opinion. You know, I can have my opinion, right? So this Texans game now, the Ravens are getting smoked so far. It's a 95-day span from this game, week 5, to the Lamar Jackson birthday is a 95-day span. Baltimore equals 95. Chandler Jones, the one of the brothers famous here to Arthur Jones. You see him on the left. He wore 95 in his NFL career. Look at that. At one point, at least, with the Patriots. You see that right there? And that's John Jones, a UFC fighter. I don't know if he's retired. I think he retired recently. Don't quote me. But all the negative history that follows him as well, right? But you see that 95 connection there. And look at how this all connects to Lamar Jackson. Jackson's got the J like Jones as well. Drop that span. This game is 94 days before Lamar's birthday. The regular season began on 9/4. You see that? And Edgar Allan Poe died in 49, the reverse. Remember, NFL equals 49, Super Bowl equals 49. Even Washington equals 49. Arthur Jones, his last season was with Washington. Okay? I mentioned earlier Cooper Rush is now in line for this start. I'm guessing he's playing. We're going to go look at that score again. And look at how they say week 17 down there. There's another 17. Look at that right there. Another 17. Who have lost 9 of their last 11 games when Jackson doesn't play. There's that 9-11 again. 911 for emergency. Death, hamstring. The 911's been popping. We just had the 9/11 anniversary recently. The 119 keeps popping up. The 2-time MVP has missed only 1 game since the start of the 23 season. And look, a week 17 matchup. When Baltimore had little to play for, you get that 17. Remember all the 17s. Kill, sacrifice 170 like 17. All of the 17 connections right there. Check this out. Look at that right there. So Cooper Rush, look at his birthday. 1121. Rush like Rush Limbaugh. Look at his birthday. 121, the 12th day of the first month. Cooper Flagg, basketball player. Look at his birthday. 1221, December 21st. Cooper Rush, Rush Limbaugh, Cooper Flagg. Look at the fake world. Let me repeat the numbers again. Cooper Rush, 1121. Rush Limbaugh, 121. Cooper Flagg, 11221. Come on. Even blood sacrifice equals 121. Look at this. Cooper Rush, like Cooper Manning. Cooper Manning's birthday. Older brother to Eli and Peyton, right? Father to Arch Manning. I think I said all that right. Cooper Manning, look at his birthday, the 3rd month and the 6th day. Arthur Jones, birthday, the 3rd day of the 6th month. Arthur Jones played for the Colts. So did Peyton Manning. It's a fake world. You like that pick right there? It's a fake world. Even Cooper Rush played for the Dallas Cowboys before Dallas like Texas. Now we got this week 5 matchup. The Houston Texans versus the Ravens. And Cooper Rush is playing. Woo! I think he's playing anyways. Let's go verify that again. Are we still at halftime? Nope, we are in the third quarter now. Baltimore still has 3 points. Third in the AFC North. Arthur Jones, born on the third, played for 3 teams. Dead on the third as well. Born on the third, dead on the third. So I don't know. We'll see what happens with this game. Do we have any stats so far? Let's see. Look, Houston scored 17 points in the second. 7 in the first, 7 in the third. 1-7, 7-7, like 17. Rush 11-14, 105. Interception. Wow, Derrick Henry 6 carries, 8 yards. We'll see how the game turns out. Not looking good for Baltimore, as according to the script, they're going to be held back. It's all about gambling now. It's all about gambling now, because once you find out it's fake, you know you're going to have some gambling to make you still interested in it, right? People don't care, like, oh, beer, football, gambling. Oh, it's fake. I don't care. They still think it's real. Rush started 8 games for Dallas last season in place of Dak Prescott. Now the Ravens have to turn to him. Lamar with the 8 on the jersey right there. So that's that script right there. So they're giving us a lot of football. I got the Mark Sanchez breakdown coming up as well. I would go live, but it was a complete disaster last time, as I couldn't get no volume on all of my devices for the live stream, which was interesting. Good job, YouTube. Or, just good job, fake world. I don't want to just blame anybody, Good job, fake world. Ravens rule out Lamar Jackson for Sunday's matchup against the Texans. So, do we need to know what is a hamstring injury? A fake injury, I should say. Define an excessive stretch or tear of muscle fibers and related tissues. It's common, they say. They say it's common. So, we'll see what happens, a part of the storyline, but better believe every year, people are like, oh man, the Ravens, they're always solid. And like I said, they should win it every year in a real league. But this isn't a real league. So we'll see what happens with the Ravens going forward. Until next time.